my audio sounds. I assume it sounds okay. Um, this isn't gonna be a crazy stream or nothing. This is an idea I had, and we'll see where it goes. But I've been doing some cleaning throughout most of the day, and I just need to take a quick break because I'm exhausted. And I had an idea really quickly, and I wanted to try see how it works. And this is kind of something I've been wanting to do for a while, so we'll see if it actually goes somewhere. But I've been wanting to do random tier lists, and by that is there's a lot of tier lists I want to make, but they're not really worth making the videos because they're kind of basic topics that everyone has made videos about. Hey, guess hello, Varian. Um, they're topics that everyone's made videos about, and so if I make a tier list video, I kind of want it to be something interesting or something different. So, hello, TPS. So today we're doing a hot take. We're doing a really hot take. I've been thinking about this recently, and I literally what got me going was this classic YouTube video I watched of this old man, um, or it was like a TikTok or something or Vine or I don't even know how what it was, but it was this video of this old guy who had every single Marvel movie. He's like ranking every Marvel movie, and then he dumps them all in the garbage can. It's a great video. Isn't it funny when you explain a meme instead of show it? But regardless, I want to rank every single um, I want to rank every single Marvel MCU project up to date. I'm seeing Guardians of the Galaxy on Thursday, and I am excited about that. I really am looking forward to it. But at the same time, it's gonna be interesting. That's for sure. It's going to be what's just top 10 hottest anime girls. Oh, you can't boil that down to 10. There's so many. Uh, so I've got this little thing pulled up here. We're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna get rid of the mystery category. We don't need this one. And this is a good. This almost seems like too much. No, we'll leave it at the E. I think E is kind of like E is kind of inconsequential. Just jump straight to F. Yeah, so S, A, B, C, D, and E, F. I'm gonna be going off of. It's been a while since I've seen some of these, but it will be something that I think will be interesting nonetheless to rank because you guys get to hear all my hot takes on the MCU. And I want to make for the I want to state for the record, I actually quite like the MCU. I'm perfectly happy with where it is right now. It's a weird state. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It's definitely very strange, but I'm not mad about the MCU right now. I people will disagree with me on that. It is kind of a hot take to like the MCU right now. We're kind of in that era where everyone's kind of losing track of the MCU, and the MCU's in an interesting place. I'll say that. I'm going to go ahead and be fair to a few of these things because I have not seen one of these projects, just one. But I'm going to be going off in order. Just let's just jump right into it. I mean, let's just where else to start? But the OG, if I can find it, it seems to be. There's two. You get first Iron Man. First Iron Man is a solid A tier. I'm not even lying to you guys right here. Iron Man 1 is great. There's some funkiness. It's old. It kind of suffers from well, at the time, it didn't suffer from Marvel syndrome at the time. It has a kind of a generic ending, but it also was kind of the first movie to do it. So it's not that weird. It's just funny looking back on it. Great movie. Looks great. All the performances are great except for this guy. Um, I think that's an easy A tier for me personally. I love Iron Man, and y'all have to forgive me. I am gonna forget the order of things that came out, but I believe it's Incredible Hulk, and people really like Incredible Hulk. When it came out, people hated it, but now people seem to really like it. It's kind of gotten like the prequels, but I'm just gonna go ahead and plop that right in D tier. I'm not gonna say like it doesn't have some good ideas. I'm not gonna say that, but I personally do not enjoy it whatsoever. So I'm just gonna leave that at D tier. Y'all can fight me. Again, there's some good, there's definitely some good intentions with that one, but I don't enjoy it very much. I don't really like this take of the Hulk, which I get it's probably more comic accurate than what we get, but I like silly Hulk, so that's me. Okay. Next up, I believe was Iron Man 2. This is where we get a little muddled. I'm gonna forget some rankings, but I believe it was Iron Man 2 next. Iron Man 2 is not great. There's a lot of things I love about Iron Man 2, but there's also a lot of things I really don't like about Iron Man 2. It's just not a great movie. I'm gonna go. I like it a step above. This might change because I got rid of E. This might be a little bit. I think I like it more than the Hulk, but it's also not very good in my opinion. It's like it took a huge. Also, Elon Musk is in that movie. That's not a reason to not like it, but that is also in case you guys are wondering. I'm not dying. I just want to clarify that. No one's here to clarify that, but I just want to let you guys know my hair. I am not dying. I just decided to shave it off one night, so here we are. It's also not bald. It is there's still hair there, barely, but it is there. Okay, so that's where we're at, and then I believe it was Thor next, right? I believe it was Thor. This movie's very, very generic, but I do like bits of it. I'm gonna say I think it's a C tier, honestly. It's really boring. It doesn't have a lot of it does not have a lot of life in it. It's very like boring, plain gold buildings, and then he falls in love with. It's just it's very, very. I went to see this. I'm pretty sure opening weekend in a theater for a friend's birthday, and I was just kind of like, eh. I thought it was boring. Thought the final fight was kind of cool, but not really. So what was after that? That might be again. I don't know what hot takes are anymore. I'm not. I'm going with my opinion. I'm going with what I enjoy. I think it was. I think it was Cap next, right? I'm just gonna quickly scan over what my options are. I'm pretty sure it was Cap next. Yeah, I think that's right. Okay, Cap. Captain America's great. I love Captain America. It's got some iffiness, but honestly, I think it's an A tier film. I love the first Captain America. It's kind of generic, but I don't know. I think there's more. I think there's more energy to the first Captain America than there is like Thor. I really like Captain America. That might be a hot take. I really really like I really like Cap. I like Cap one a lot. And then I believe it was Avengers. Avengers is kind of overrated. That's not fair. It deserves to be up there, but for me, I never went crazy for the Avengers. I watched it too late. I remember the year that it came out. I kind of missed the hype train for it. I didn't really, that wasn't really my up my alley. So, and then watching it years back, obviously it's got some great scenes. It's got some great dynamics. It's iconic for a reason. It's deserved to be one of the biggest movies for a long time. But I think honestly, I think it's B. I think it's it's better than Thor, but I don't think it's better than these movies. That might be sacrilege. They were getting hotter and hotter takes. I believe next was Iron Man 3. And there's a lot I like about Iron Man 3, but I'm going to put it in B tier because I like it more than Iron Man 2, but I don't like it as much as maybe C. But I like it more than Thor 1. I'll say that. I like it a lot more than Thor 1, but like looking back on it, there's some things I don't like, but there are things that I don't go back to it very often. The villain's pretty generic in that movie. So, yeah. Hi Renzo, how are you? Hello Anthony, I'm good. Do you like spaghetti? I do like spaghetti. I actually literally just had spaghetti tonight. One more Dreams. Yeah, dude, I'm really excited for Dreams. No, it's not. Don't worry, man. That's completely fair. I'm gonna be. I haven't talked about it really yet. I posted them all to my story, but I am going to be making a video about a lot of Lego stuff, specifically Dreams. Because hello Dante. I have to make a video about Dreams because I'm not even saying I'm not lying to you guys when I say this. I think Dreams is gonna be one of Lego's best themes. Just based off of this first wave, I'm already like sold on it completely. I actually tallied up how much it would cost to buy the entire wave, and I'm not gonna buy the entire wave in one go. I really want to, but A space B or no B space A money. It's really expensive. It's almost like $1,000 in Canadian, which is ridiculous. So I'm gonna pace it out. I'm gonna buy the ones I want the most, and then get a few maybe throughout the year. Hello, Tanova. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I'm really excited for the Lego stuff. I'm so excited for the mechs. I'm excited for the Monkey Kids sets. I didn't even think there were gonna be any more Monkey Kids sets. So Yeah, I'm happy. I am very, very, very happy. But I'm just gonna keep running through this here. Yeah, I was gonna say I like Iron Man 3 more than Thor. Maybe it deserves to be where the Avenger behind Avengers, but I'm not sure. I I'll leave it in C tier for now. I'll probably have to end up organizing some stuff. And then I believe it was, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Thor Dark. Oh, yes, this is kind of, things are gonna get a little muddy here because I know there's Thor the Dark World and I know that there is Winter Soldier. I'm pretty sure Thor Dark World came out next, though. I could totally be wrong about that. This movie is just straight up an F. I'm sorry. I do not like Thor: The Dark World at all. I've tried many times. I don't like it. I know it's like a popular opinion. I know people are like gonna gang up on me for that, but I genuinely do not like it. That's my opinion. That's where it stands. I'm sorry. Um this is, I can already see people getting mad at the people are not going to be happy with my list, but at the end of the day, it's an opinion. Who cares? Yeah, I don't need to hold my opinion up, and I'm just doing this for fun. Winter Soldier is really overrated, in my opinion. No, it's not going to C. I think it's good, but I don't think it's that good. I'm gonna put it above Avengers. It's a B tier. It's good. I know that sounds sacrilege. Trust me, I like Winter Soldier a lot, but I don't like it A enough. I think it's good. It's also not my tempo. I'm not much of a spy film guy. I'm kind of more of a wacky action guy, like a goofy action. There's some great stuff in this one, but I'm gonna put it B because I think there are better films here who deserve the A tier more than, yeah, no, this, you will never see this. This is not a common thing. This is an insane person's thought mindset, but I don't care. You're wrong. Dark World Phantasm Brady. Shut up, Kasai. What is this shit? Hello, Renzo. Cool. Cool. Is this Marvel tier list or just Kasai? You know what? Your boy can do whatever the heck he wants. And then it's Guardians of the Galaxy. Guardians 1 is wonderful. It's a great, great, great movie. I am going to put it at F tier. Now, I think it is. This is tough. I think. Mm, do I put it above Iron Man? I think I might like it more than Iron Man. I'll be fair, I'll put it right there. I like it more than Cap 1. I think I like it more than Iron Man, but I can't decide right now. It's more my tempo, right? Yeah, that's where it's going. I this is not trying to compromise for y'all. Started stream now, leaving this as garbage. Kasai, you know what? Were the Marvel movies good or bad? If so, which ones? Well, I'm talking about that right now. Kasai is mean to me, but also he can't let my Kasai doesn't like me having another opinion from him. We've talked about it before, and Kasai is like, you can't have another opinion from me, or I will murder you. It's the one thing. If I say I dislike something that he likes, he gets really defensive and angry. Or if he says something that if I like something that he doesn't like, he also gets really angry. So, but I don't care. I'm taking the risk. He doesn't actually. Well, I mean, he does, but I don't care that much. It's just funny. Let's see here. What came next? I believe it was Age of Ultron. This is where things are gonna get really muddy because I'm gonna forget when things came out. This is mostly in order, which is good. Yeah, it looks like from here. This is like, oh well, from here to this is mostly in order as far as I'm aware. Maybe the show. No, I think She-Hulk came out first, but like this is for the most part is in order. Um, although again, I think this was more. No, it came. What? I don't know. Anyways, Age of Ultron is doo doo. I don't like Age of Ultron. It almost feels mean to put it that low, but I honestly think it's like it's the best. It's better than these two, but I also don't like it very much. I don't care. Uh, yeah, Kasai's pissed. He's mad. He hates me. Um, this is I'll probably rearrange it towards the end. Maybe we'll see, depending on how I feel. Because I'm not certain. I feel like I liked Age of Ultron more. You know what? Age of Ultron is like, honestly, I think it's like right. I think it's there. Like it's not. I don't think it's D worthy. I think I jumped the shark saying it's in D because I like Thor way less than I do than this movie, so that's not fair. Um, you know what? Now that I think about it, no, no, no. We'll slot a movie. So that was Age of Ultron. What came out after Age of Ultron? Was it Ant? It was Ant Man. You know me. I like my told. I This is tough. I like that first movie. It's not my favorite Ant Man movie. I'll say that right now. It is not my favorite. It's a great movie. I enjoy it, but it's not my favorite Ant Man movie. I think I'll put it. I'll leave it there. No, I'll put it above Avengers. Oh, yeah, put it above. I will put it above Winter Soldier. No, I'll leave it there. I think that's a good place for it because I really like the first Ant Man, but I don't like it as much as the other two. Which I know that might seem like a poo poo opinion. You gotta understand. I've got my priorities. You know, for me, Ant Man's a high priority character. He's very important. I like Ant Man a lot, and but I'm also more particular about. Why is this not showing up? Hold on, give me a sec. I prefer the stream quality is great. Yeah, I am sorry, Kasai. I explained very rationally. I just don't enjoy Thor: The Dark World. That's okay. I don't have to like it. There's a lot of other people who don't like it either, and I'm not bandwagoning off of them. Trust me, I've watched it a couple. I did my Marvel marathon a while back. I think I tried to watch it before Love and Thunder came out, and I found myself very bored by it. That's fine. I don't mind. There's some things I like. I like when the elves come out in the spaceship and start blowing up Asgard. It's pretty fun. I like some of those guys. You always say that, Anthony. You got to get new material, dude. Okay. I'm almost tempted to put Ant-Man in A, but there's other no. Okay. Then it's going to be Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange 1 is really good. It's really, really creative. Does Civil War come after Age of Ultron? Yes. I'm pretty sure Civil War is the next movie, actually, if I'm correct. I believe so. I could be wrong about that. But Doctor Strange was also a really solid movie. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say that's one of the I think it's one of the A tier movies. In fact, I'm going to put it above the first Avenger. I think it's better than first Avenger, but still think Iron Man and Guardians of the Galaxy are better. This list is completely whack. I'm a whack person for making this list because it's just wrong. But again, opinions can't be wrong unless they're like, I wish you would die, or like, I want to kill everyone. Ranch dressing on poo. Why would you say that? It's awful. And then it was Civil War, I believe. I'm gonna be real with you guys. Civil War was like one of my first like big MCU. So I watched Ant Man, and then I kind of retroactively went back and watched a bunch of MCU movies out of order. And this was back when in like 2015, maybe late 2015, 2016. Um, Bald man eating spaghetti tears, Marvel movies. I'm not eating spaghetti. I had spaghetti already. It's over there. I have the plate over there. I'll have you know. I'm not bald. I'm balding. Um, but Civil War was one of those first big movies that I was like really excited for. This was the first time I was like into Marvel movies, and it's gonna feel like a cop out, but I'm gonna put an S tier for now. I love Civil War. Now, don't get there are gonna be more movies that top it, in my opinion. But just for now, Civil War is like my first S tier movie. It was the first time one of these movies like shocked me and like made me like emotionally invested. Let me tell you, it was something that I wasn't expecting. It was something that I was like, it caught me off guard, and I love Winter Soldier or sorry, not Winter Soldier. I love Civil War so much. It still holds up really well. I watched it a couple of years ago, and I'm like, not even a couple of years ago. I think I watched it a year ago, and I was like, it's a good one. We're gonna react to Kasai's meme on live because he knows I'm live right now. Oh, I like this one. Hold on.
Was the worst tragedy since
It's a
Raccoon City, what a terrible tragedy that was. Frankly, it was the worst tragedy since Obamacare. Many lives were lost. He was. Raccoon City, what a tragedy that was. Frankly, it was the worst tragedy since Obamacare. Many lives were lost, many good people. I mean, most of them were good. Not a lot of fans of me down there, but that's not really important anymore. You know, I won that loser mayor of yours about Umbrella. I told him, those Umbrella people are liars.
Elias.
Raccoon City, what
It's an interesting impression of him. I like he sounds like a greasy mob boss or something. I like that. He's like Raccoon City. I like that impression of him a lot. It's not it's a goofy impression, but I do like the way he sounds. So that's a good impression. I like that. Watch a video that a kid hit on a glass door. He sounded like a nuclear. I don't know. That's weird. What's your favorite part of Civil War? I mean, a lot of people. I mean, the airport battle is great. Obviously, that's a big one, but that's not my favorite. I think the final battle is amazing. That final battle is there's something about I get like I still get shivers watching that final battle. It is fantastic. Fan flippin' tastic. So yeah, staying at S tier for now. Okay, this is where things get a little things get a little weird now because I believe these aren't in order necessarily, but because that was 2016. These two were 2016, and then 2017, I believe, was Guardians 2, Spider-Man, and Ragnarok, I believe. I think that's right. Okay, so all right, so Guardians 2, I prefer it over Guardians 1. That is a hot take. It's an extremely hot take. Guardians 2 is so much more like my style. I adore Guardians 2. I love that movie a lot. It is so I think it's the humor. The humor of the movie really is completely it's not just Iron Man versus Cap. It's Iron Man and it's Iron Man versus Cap and Bucky. That sounded like really that sounded like a really nerdy moment. Like, actually, that was an actually moment. Black Panther. Black Panther is right down here. It's a weird poster. I don't remember that poster for the movie. But we'll get to that one. Black Panther came out in 2018. Yeah, because it was Black Panther and Infinity War and Ant-Man and the Wasp that came out in 2018, I believe. Or Ant-Man and the Wasp came out in 2019. I don't know. But yeah, I prefer Guardians 2 to Guardians 1. So but they are so let me tell you, they are so close. After rewatching them recently, they're like neck and neck. So I'm gonna leave it like this. Unless this slides, this might slide down to A, and they're gonna be right beside each other because I just prefer this movie more. It's way more up my alley. Look at all the poops. There's a lot of poops emojis ones. And then next is Homecoming. I absolutely adore Homecoming. Homecoming is a great movie. Uh, it was the start of one of my favorite. I think. I think. I really like the Cap trilogy, but I think the Spider-Man trilogy might be my favorite out of all the MC movies so far. I think they nailed it pretty well. Well, that's not true. Guardians might be the best MCU trilogy. If Guardians 3 is as good as I hope it is, then yes, that will be the one to that'll be the one to beat out Spider-Man for me personally. I'm not much of a Spider-Man fan. Like, sorry, I say that. I like Spider-Man. I didn't grow up with Spider-Man. So for something so this for like Thatch and Akoto, they got the Spider-Man movies they really wanted. And I love these movies, don't get me wrong. I love them. But I didn't grow up a Spider-Man fan, so that experience is just inherently different. I didn't like understand I don't immediately like go like I don't know. I have a different perspective slightly. But it's great. I'm gonna say it's an A tier. I think Homecoming is pretty good. I do like Homecoming more than Iron Man, so we're gonna put it right there. We're gonna get a lot of A tiers, unfortunately. A lot of A tiers because there's a lot of bangers coming up. Maybe I was a little quick to throw Guardians 2 in S tier, but I like it a lot. If Guardians 3 is where I think it's going to be, this might get pushed down to here, and Guardians 3 might go up here instead, but we'll see. we've got a genuine comment from Syntax Sundere. Big question: is the divorce thing from Bowser's video true, or is it just a bit? Is it a movie or series? Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is a movie, obviously. Doy. I'm guessing Dante. I'm guessing you don't follow the MCU too much. Um, it's obviously a joke. I'm too young. You guys would have known if I got married at any point, unless it was like an instant marriage and then an instant divorce. No, I am not married. I did not get divorced. That is a joke. That is just a random into that video, and because I was rambling so fast on the spot, I had to keep thinking of things, and I was like, oh, I don't know, divorce. I was like, what's something that could make me like my hair fall out, right? I was kind of thinking like, oh, what's something that is like believable? And I was like, I don't know, I'm getting divorced, guys. I'm only 22. I'm not that old. Well, I guess people get married a bit younger than that, but I don't know. To me, that seems like a joke, an obvious joke, but I guess it's good to clarify it. So thank you for asking. Let's see here. So next up is so I put Homecoming right there. I think it's a beautiful film. Ragnarok, oh man, this is tough. I love Ragnarok so much. Ragnarok is another banger. It completely reshaped the Thor franchise and it gave me everything I want. It is if you go back and watch like late season Renzo, there is so much just stolen from Ragnarok because I was so absolutely inspired from that movie. Whether it was the music, the type of humor, the character interactions, there was so much inspired by Ragnarok. It's an easy A. It is I'm almost tempted to put S tier. I love Ragnarok a lot. It's tempting. I think I might. So what I think I'm gonna end up doing here is I think I'm gonna go right there. Yeah, I said these two were so close, but I think this one kind of beats it out. Uh this one is oh I forgot Guardians 2 is over Civil War for me personally. Well, actually, they won't let me. There we go. Guardians 2, no, are they? We'll get there. I think Thor Ragnarok is like right here. I think Guardians is right here. I think like there's a middle gap right here. And then I think Homecoming. And I think this movie is gonna slide down to a B. No, because I still think it's A tier. There's nothing wrong with having a really long A tier. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Because I think these are A tier movies. This is so close to an S tier. I'm really tempted just to go like that. But I can't. I can't do that. Or can I? It is my list, right? The divorce made you both how unfortunate. Yes, exactly. Um, what do I do? I think for now, I think what I'll do is I think I'll leave it at yeah, I'll leave it at A. Or do I switch these two? Do I do this? Yeah. Yeah, that's controversial. That's really again, because that way you can see I like Guardians 2 more. But I if I'm being real, I think this is how it goes. To be fair, I think this is more accurate because Thor Ragnarok's like right there, dude. It's you know what? Boom, just like this. We'll do this. There we go. That's I'm leaving it at that. I am leaving it at that. Unfortunately, this though is going down to the bottom because don't get me wrong. I really love Civil War, but these two I enjoy way more than Civil War. Um, so everyone is cringing. People are like grabbing their foreheads and stuff. Okay, so those were those ones. Infinity War. I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I don't really need to even explain this one. It's going straight to S tier, and it is the movie out of all of the. I can easily say it's the one I enjoy the most out of all these. Like it's not even a competition. It's like that is the solid ass movie. I loved Infinity War. There's a lot of crazy shit going on in that movie, but yeah, it's right there. It is a fantastic. It was such a fantastic experience. And then I believe it was Ant-Man and the Wasp, and then Captain Marvel, and then I believe it was Endgame. But I believe oh, and No Way Home. Wait, no, sorry, No Way Home came out after. I believe, or sorry, Far From Home. I'm pretty sure it. Oh, I'm a moron. I forgot about freaking. I jumped the gun. I completely forgot about Black Panther. I am going to go ahead and slap that right in D tier, and everyone will be mad at me. You know what? There we go. I don't like Black Panther very much. I really don't. The first one, there's great things about it. Chadwick is great in that movie, and there's some good acting, but I really don't like a lot of that movie. So it's going in D tier, unfortunately. I do not care for it at all. Maybe I need to rewatch it, but from what I remember watching, it was so like over. I feel like it was so overhyped, and everyone still says it's like this amazing experience. And like, again, I think it's fine. I don't really care for it. Okay. So I believe it was Ant Man next, and I am going to be straight with you guys. I really like Ant Man and the Wasp. That is a solid movie. I like it more than Winter Soldier. Oh, people are gonna hate me for that. I love Ant Man and the Wasp. It is so. Again, you guys are probably starting to notice a pattern. I prefer the wackier, kind of sillier movies with a lot more heart in them than like this more like if you know you can look, you can even see from the posters. These are super colorful, and then the further and further down we go, these are all like muted and kind of less colorful. That's not on purpose because they chose this weird poster for Black Panther, but no, this is where that goes. I like it more than the first Ant-Man, and that is a hot take, but I really like Ant-Man and the Wasp. I think it is a solid ass experience. Okay, moving on, we have Captain Marvel, and Captain Marvel is very generic. I usually forget about it quite a bit. So I'm going to pop that sucker right into. I mean, D is. I feel like D is tempting, but because I don't remember anything about Captain Marvel, I'm just popping it in F because I'm sorry. I just there's good ideas on paper. Um, when it comes in, I'm not gonna put an F. I'm gonna put it in the spot that I think it deserves. You can disagree with me all I want. I will get there. We're not there yet. That's literally the last thing I have to rank. So calm down. But I won't be swayed by your opinions. Not in this case. If we're having a reasonable discussion, maybe. But nay, nay, I says. Captain Marvel has got some decent ideas. I'll say that. I just don't really like that movie, but that's okay. I went to theaters to watch it. It was fine. I don't know. It's just hard. I haven't had any desire to go back and watch it. Maybe on rewatch, I would bump it back up to like even maybe a C because I like the scrolls and stuff. But I don't know. It just didn't grab me much personally. Okay. Well, it's now time for the big one. I mean, this is the big one. This is the one that is going right above. A lot of people would expect this. No, I put it above Infinity War any day. Any day. I loved Endgame so much. You could argue Infinity War is a better movie. I think a lot of people would argue that. But Endgame is an unmatched experience. It is easily one of the craziest theater experiences that will ever exist. And it will be so hard to relive that due to all the payoff, all the build up. It's insane. I'm really curious to see how Secret Wars is going to try to recapture that. It's going to be very, very hard. But I have faith. I do have faith. Um, I misspelled Kang. Yes, you did. You said dang. I do like dang. So Endgame. I'm gonna be honest. Endgame, like I'm just telling you guys right now. Endgame is like that. It's staying there. It's my favorite Marvel movie to date. There are some good follow-ups though. Like Far From Home. People don't like Far From Home, but I really like Far From Home. Do I like it more than Homecoming? No. I think it actually I think it goes there. I think I really like Far From Home, but I do think that like compared to Homecoming, which is this really solid. Well, I don't know. Far From Home is really fun, but I think that's a fair place for it. Again, you can disagree with me, but I think they're pretty close. All these movies, You gotta understand, I think all these movies, like from S to B, are all pretty freaking great. Like they're all great, great movies in their own right. These are fine. These are not my tempo, and these are ones that either A, I don't really remember, or B, I just don't like. So that's the metric that we got going here. Endgame was more better. Endgame was more better of the final part. Yeah, a lot of people would not agree. A lot of people would say Infinity. A lot of people say Infinity War is better, but I prefer Endgame any day. It was such a bizarre experience. Okay. This is where things get really messy. This is where we start to lose track of time. But I know for a fact that the next thing to come out was, I believe, Black Widow. But that might not be true. It might be the shows first. Or do we finish ranking the movies and then do the shows and the specials? Because the shows I can just kind of I can remember which order the shows come out. It's the movies that I start to get a little mixed up with, especially for considering both factors. But I think honestly, that's tough because I'm pretty sure Black Widow was 2021, right? Or was it 2022? I know she was 2021, and I know that Eternals was also 2020. Well, I say I know, I actually don't remember. No, because Doctor Strange was 2022, and then Thor was 2022, and so was Wakanda Forever. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these were all in 2021. Um, okay. Did they actually put out 4 Marvel movies in 2021? Holy crap. Hold on, let me just look this up really quick. I just wanna make sure. I just gotta make I honestly just got yeah, I think all yeah, I'm pretty sure these all came out. That's crazy. So it looks like Black Widow came out first, then Shang-Chi, then Eternals, then Spider-Man. That's insane. I did not realize there was freaking I had no idea that I didn't realize there was 4 movies that came out in freaking did you know Doctor Strange knew Iron Man would die and had to die? That's what he heard. Yes, that is a point made in the movie. Sorry, that's mean, but that is literally a point that he makes. So yes, I did know that. Hey guys, we're having technical issues. It definitely wasn't because of why I was anyways, let's move on. Okay, so moving on. I'm gonna say I think it's Black Widow first. That might just be wrong, but I'm just gonna do Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, and then Spider-Man. That's what I'll do. Black Widow is not horrible, but it's also not great. I'd say it's like right. I like it more than Thor. It's right there, honestly. Yeah, it's not my favorite experience. It's fun. There's a lot of great ideas, but it does have this. I really like the bombastic ending, but it is like stupid, and the villain just kind of comes out of nowhere and slaps her around for a bit. It's dumb. But I do. Don't get me wrong. Mike is muted. Is it not? It shouldn't be anymore, right? Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I think that's okay. I again, I kinda like these ones, like, these ones are fine. They're okay, and then this one's kinda boring, and then these are yeah, so that's kinda the way I'm looking at this, but, like, S to B are all kind of really enjoyable. These ones are just I don't enjoy like, I could the idea is I would rewatch these any day, you know? These ones, you'd have to give me a little bit more convincing before I would rewatch these, and then a lot more convincing to watch these, and then I need more, and it's like that's kind of the way it's rewatchability for me. That's a big factor in how much I like a movie. Um, okay, so Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi is honestly amazing. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna even say that it is above Doctor Strange for me. I really like Shang-Chi a lot. It is a solid ass movie. I watched it while I was coming home from America, and I was like, damn, this movie is solid as hell. I love Shang-Chi. It's well written. It's got great, great action. I am really excited to see more of him in the future because he's just such a fun character. and the world that they establish is so goddamn cool. I love Shang-Chi a lot, so it's going there. I still like the Spider-Man movies more, but it definitely belongs high up in my opinion. Eternals is boring. I had a pretty good experience watching it with Kasai, um, but it was still kind of boring. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care for it. I just can't bring myself to like that world at all, really. I'll say it's like, yeah, I think it's there. I don't. I'm not. I have no desire to go back and watch. I don't think it's an F because again, there is some pretty cool high concept stuff in there that on paper might work, but for me, I wasn't really a fan of it. TBH. But it was really fun watching with it with Kasai. I'll say that. Kasai and I, when we watched it together, it just made for a really enjoyable experience. Okay. And then we've got we've got the big one. No Way Home. I am going to do this. Yeah, I'm gonna put it right there. No, I think No Way Home is a pretty easy top 3 contender. It's right there. It deserves to be there. Spider-Man No Way Home is freaking fantastic. It is such a good movie. It's such a fun experience. It really is like eternally boring. Yeah, I think that's where Spider-Man No Way Home belongs. I love, love, love that movie. It was so cool. I haven't actually seen it that much, to be fair. I've only seen it a couple times. I actually need to go back and rewatch it. It's been a while, but so it doesn't have the same rewatchability as I was hoping for. That's not true. It's just because it's such a big experience every time you watch it. It's like Endgame. I rewatched Endgame a ton, but it is long, and once you rewatch it enough, it does kind of go like, all right, I get it, right? But I need to rewatch more No Way Home. I actually might do that before I go. No, because I want to rewatch Guardians because Guardians 3. But either way, yeah, that's where that's going. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna keep doing movies. We're gonna do movies and then we're gonna do shows. We're not going in order anymore, but it's just easier to focus on what came out. This is pretty much in order now. Okay. Doctor Strange is a wholly controversial topic. A lot of people would say F, right? I adore Doctor Strange. I love this movie. In fact, I like it more than the first one. In fact, I am going to go ahead and I'm just going to slot that right. Mm, no, I'll be fair. Here's what I'll do. Yeah, I think that's where it's going. I really like Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. I found it to be such a fun movie. I watched it on a call, and then after I finished watching it, I rewatched it again with Cam just because I loved it so much. And I rewatched it again with my parents. So I've seen it so many times. I love, love, love that movie. Why in the trailer Snake Eyes had the clips of Shang-Chi? No, I have no idea what you're talking about, dude. I'm lost to that. I have no idea. Okay? This is another really controversial one. I get a lot of people just go like that. End of story, right? All right, let's move on. Let's talk about. No. I like Thor: Love and Thunder. I do like it. It's kind of starting to fall by the wayside, but I still really like this movie. The ending battle sequence is so entertaining. I am going to go ahead and give it a B. And I'm going to put it above Ant-Man and the Wasp. I really like Thor Love and Thunder. It's silly. It doesn't really take itself too seriously, but that's kind of my jam. People hate this movie. People hate Love and Thunder. People hate Multiverse of Madness. But for me, these are prime examples of just fun, goofy Marvel being what they got to be. And people are going to lose their mind for that. But I'm not making this for the people. I'm making this for me. So okay. So people will see these movies on the same scale and lose their goddamn shit. I'm talking about Thor and Winter Soldier. People are going to lose their mind, but I do not care. Okay. Now, this is going to be interesting. Wakanda Forever is great. I way prefer this over the first movie. I think Wakanda Forever is a fantastic movie. I watched it again recently. It's really solid. Um, it's really, really cool. I everything with Namor is great, and Shuri does such a great job. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna say probably there. I like it. Doctor Strange is really fun. The original Doctor Strange is really, really cool. Wakanda Forever is this really emotional ride, and I think it just again A tier. You got to understand all these movies are so close. Like there's a universe where like this is here, and there's just they're all kind of competing at this point. But a lot of these movies in A tier are like right, but like I could take any of these movies. This is just purely based on just putting them in the list, right? I think I like it. I think I'd rewatch Wakanda Forever more than the first Captain America. I think I would because I think I have actually. But I think I rewatch Doctor Strange more than I don't know. It's not about rewatchability purely, but that's kind of what I'm going off of. So yeah. Okay. We are doing the final movie. Okay. Quantumania is a big one that people that's another F people would say it's an F tier. I see more love for Quantumania than I do like Love and Thunder. It's not it's not like hated as much. I okay. This is another real hot take. Putting it right there. Yeah, I loved Quantumania. I thought it was fantastic. I It was everything I wanted from an Ant-Man movie and more. Um, wish the ending had gone a bit darker. That's something I was kind of accepting this to be Scott's last ride. I know Scott's gonna die in the next thing he's in. I just know it. They set it up. I'm pretty sure they cut it, or maybe I don't think he was cut. I'm pretty sure he was just gonna get trapped in the quantum realm. But they probably figured like, well, we already did that, and it's a little weird. But I think this movie truly should have ended with Scott's death, his sacrifice. I think that would have been amazing because Scott's legacy, started in Ant-Man and then went to Civil War. He was in, he was in Civil War, then he was in Ant-Man and the Wasp, then he was a huge part of Endgame. His legacy was crazy. Not as crazy as someone like Iron Man or anything like that, but he still did a lot for the Marvel universe. So to get this kind of cathartic last chapter is crazy. I know it's not the last chapter because they kind of took that away, but I still really enjoyed that. Kang is an amazing presence. MODOK is one of the best parts of the movie, honestly. Scott's relationship with Cassie was incredible, and his relationship with Wasp is great too. She's not in the movie as much as I would have liked her to be, unfortunately. It does feel like they probably could have made this movie a bit longer. But I loved the visuals. I loved everything about it. I thought it was it was my perfect Ant-Man movie, It was appropriately silly but appropriately serious. So, that's where that's going. That's all the movies. Man, and I will say I'm just going to go ahead and take a screenshot of this and send it to chat or something cuz I got to, whatever. Tier lists don't really matter at the end of the day. Who cares what I like and what I don't like? But it's just kind of fun to do it, right? So let's rank the TV shows now because there are, again, these are some hot take. There are some absolute hot takes in here. There's two specials and there are two. WandaVision's great. It does kind of, the TV shows all fall apart, I think, at some point, but WandaVision's creativity is what boosts it up to being really, really high. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say WandaVision's a solid A tier. I don't really, I'm just going to put it at the end because I don't really know where I would put it, honestly. I'm just going to put them at the end. It definitely belongs in A tier, although I think it would probably be in the middle somewhere here, but we're just getting really, maybe there. Yeah, maybe that's a good place for it. I don't know. I was kind of trying to talk myself out of it, but realistically, I think I can. Since I'm gonna have to go. I really wanted to stay until the ending of the stream, but it's overheating. It's 9 p.m. All right, don't worry, guy. Thanks you for joining. I appreciate you being on the thing. Peace. Okay, so WandaVision's right there, I think. Again, I do like Far From Home. I was gonna originally put it like right here, but I do actually really like Far From Home. So I don't want it to feel like it's getting slandered. WandaVision's a great show. So it belongs pretty high up. Falcon and Winter Soldier is not a thing I really enjoy. There's things I like about it, and then there's things I really do not like about it. I have no desire to really rewatch it. I'm tempted to put an F, but there are truthfully, I really like that boat episode. I'm not lying. That episode where they're fixing his sister's boat is like one of my favorite episodes. So I'm think it's gonna go. It's gonna be like right. I don't know. It's like right there. That's a bad. I do like John Walker. Um, but that's not enough to bump it into C for me personally. I know Kasai would probably put it at an S tier because he loves John Walker, but it's not my favorite show. Loki is easy S. In fact, I'm gonna go and do that. I think Loki's a fantastic show. It was a fantastic experience. Easily, quite easily, is the best Marvel TV show. I'll just say that right now, in my opinion. In my opinion, folks. In my opinion. I shouldn't have to say that, but I will. What If is okay. What If has some really good ideas and then it has some really stinky ideas. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that in C for See You Later. It's better than Thor. It's probably better than Black Widow, and then I think it's better than Iron Man 3 because the best episodes are really good, but the worst episodes are really stinky. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it in C. Because again, it's got some good shit in it, but it does kind of start to fall apart towards the end. I don't really care for that last episode. Good night. Okay, let's see. I don't even know if these are in order necessarily, but I feel like they are. Hawkeye's another great show, but it does again. The last episode is really lame. They kind of fumbled that last episode, but up until then, it's a great show. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna even say it's like I like it more than Avengers, and I might like it more than the first Ant Man, honestly. And I like it more than Winter Soldier. So I'm gonna put it there. I really like Hawkeye. I think it's great. Kate Bishop's an excellent character, and seeing their dynamic was really fun. And the fact that the show was coming out around Christmas time was really cool. Kingpin being the show was really awesome. I just wish they were able to do. I don't know what they did with him was not something I really enjoyed. I don't think it was terrible though. I liked his inclusion in the show. Moon Knight's really solid. It's a really solid experience. It's a very one-off experience, which is fun. It's a psychological like drama, which is so cool. It's A, that's for sure. Do I like it more than WandaVision? I think so. It's good. It's real good. They're pretty close, honestly. I could go either or, but I think I'll put it next to WandaVision. It's great, but I think it's better, slightly better than WandaVision. It's hard to say. Honestly, I could flip either way, but I'll put it in A. I think it deserves that. I think it deserves it at the very least. Miss Marvel, I'm going to put an F, but not for the reasons you might think. I never finished Miss Marvel. I watched the first 2 or 3 episodes. No, I think I was on episode 2. I watched the first 2 episodes and then I just never watched it again. There isn't a particular reason for it. I don't hate the show. I just legitimately never finished it. I wasn't bored by it. I started watching it around the time that I started doing a lot of other stuff in my life. So that show did not become a priority. I've been meaning to go back and rewatch it, and if I go to see The Marvels, I probably will watch it. But right now, I haven't seen it, so I got to put it in F. I will say, from what I have seen, I like it more than these two, so it's going there. And I can't just rank the show based off the first 2 episodes I watched. Like, it was pretty good, but it wasn't enough to really give me that much. I liked the first episode. I thought it was fun. But again, I'm just not going to rank it because I don't think that'd be fair. So it's going in F. She-Hulk, this is the one. This is the one that if I rank wrongly, if someone caught a hold of the stream and they saw me, they would cancel me for what I'm about to say. Again, most people are like, boom, easy. Like I could make the most form. In fact, I guarantee I'm gonna go scroll through the ones that are. I'm gonna view the community ranks after this, right? And I will show you guys. And I already know which ones are gonna be F tier. I already know. The ones that are gonna be F tier are She-Hulk, Thor: Love and Thunder, Doctor Strange, and there's a couple others too. And Miss Marvel, that's another F tier. But again, I didn't rank this Miss Marvel technically. People might say people might say Guardians 2 as well. Actually, I don't. I think people like Guardians 2 more. But like people would say like those ones would belong in F tier. So a lot of my A tiers would be going to F tier. But we'll see. She-Hulk was a fun experience. It was very light and breezy. And while I don't love it, I think there's episodes like the Daredevil episode was great. I love the Retreat episode so much. I'm going to slip it into B tier. I'm gonna put it right there. Nope, sorry. I like it more than the Avengers. It was a really fun experiment, and I want to see Marvel tackle more things like that in the future. Very controversial, but it was a very fun experiment. I'm curious to know what her role is in the future. Like, I really need to know what she's like in other movies because so far she's been a singular element, right? So we'll see. But I enjoyed She-Hulk for what it was worth. People might disagree. I don't think there's a single person that would agree with me on this, but it's okay. Werewolf by Night is amazing. Holy shit. Werewolf by Night is so good. I like Werewolf by Night a lot. It's so creative. Um, Honestly, like it kind of belongs in S tier. For me personally, it's not quite S tier. It's pretty great though. It's a pretty easy A tier though. Like it's close to S tier. It's basically there's Guardians. I like Guardians more. Again, Homecoming is pretty much arguable to where you want to put it, but Werewolf by Night is really great. It's one of the most creative MCU projects to exist in general. But y'all know where my priorities lie. Guardians is going right here. Yeah, I love the holiday special. It's excellent. It's so fun. I know there's not a lot of substance to it, but it to me that almost doesn't matter. I know there's kind of a gap between Guardians now because now there's they were supposed to be like right next to each other, but now there's three other projects in front of it, and it's like, yeah, I don't know, but that to me is pretty. That is pretty much it. Like that is again, it's not exactly a She-Hulk was an interesting experience. Yeah, I think it's interesting. I mean, again, it's not. There's a lot of weird wonkiness in it for sure, but I don't know. I'm not ranking it based on like from a technical level. I just enjoyed the experience. They were very self-aware. They made fun of a lot of things, and I think that's what angered a lot of people. A lot of people felt like it was too pandering, but I don't know. I enjoyed I enjoyed bits and pieces of it. So, yeah, that is my awful tier list. Most people will completely just most people give me the poop emoji for that, but you know what? I don't really mind. I had fun making this. So, yeah, I wanted to do more tier lists, but we're running out of time. Actually, let me check how much time we have. Let me check a few things. See how long we've been going for. I might do one more tier list after this. I want to do some writing, so I'm kind of like okay, we have been going for only an hour. Okay. Yeah, we can do one more. We're going to do one more. We're going to do one less ambitious than this. This was kind of a big one to choose from. So this is my ranking. Y'all see it. Y'all read it and weep. My favorite MCU movie is Endgame. Second to Infinity War. Third to No Way Home. I still think this is top three. Easily top three. Easy. These are all S tier movies in my opinion. I all love these projects so much. Everything else, A tier is honestly, you might as well just push these into S tier because a lot of these are really, really good. It's only like when you start getting to like this area, like back here, it's kind of like, yeah, you know. But I'm not going to push these all up to S tier. I could be swayed very easily. If I did a rewatch marathon of the MCU, if I rewatched everything, it would be completely different. Except for probably Endgame. Endgame would probably still be my favorite MCU movie. I'm assuming Guardians is probably gonna be like top four, maybe even. Even. We'll see. It might be good. It might be really, really good. So let's see the community. I'm already predicting. It's gonna be She-Hulk, Miss Marvel, Doctor Strange, Thor, and Love and Thunder. They're all gonna be down here. Maybe Thor 2. Maybe. But people might like Thor 2 now. So let's see. I think No Way Home will be a high one. Oh, okay, here we go. Yep. Interesting. Okay, this is interesting. So I'm assuming they haven't seen these yet. That's fascinating. Okay, so this is like yeah, I'm assuming that they haven't seen these yet and this is actually way this is okay. Yeah, I figured Infinity War is going to be above Endgame most of the time. Avengers, okay. That's pretty standard. That's pretty fair. Ant-Man and the Wasp can be lower, but this person's a lot more fair. I'm actually surprised. Of course, Multiverse of Madness is pretty low, but I'm surprised. Normally, these movies would be like F tier or like C tier or whatever. This is kind of what I was expecting. This is a very, very okay. Hold on. Let's try this. Let's try something else here. Let's do a poopy one. Okay, okay. This will be. Oh wait, no, no, no. Sorry, that's not what that was. I want to see another community. So, but you can usually go through and look at. Yeah, you can usually go through other people's lists undecided. Crap. Okay, look at this one. Crap. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania is crap. Bad with some good potential ideas. Damn. Meh. Undecided. He's undecided on Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi's great. Okay. There's some fun. What does that say? Beautiful. Okay, that's not in English. Never mind. No Marvel movies S tier apparently to this person. Damn. Okay. I want to see a lot of these, like Endgame and Infinity War, are going to be S tier for most of these people, which I don't blame. Obviously they were for me, so it's not like A tier. Look, this person likes Guardians 2 more. That's awesome. See, someone agrees with me, but you like Iron Man 3. That's weird. It's not weird. Never mind. These are opinions. It's just interesting looking at other people's remix this list. What does that mean? Does that mean anything? Oh, it's just saying, okay, I see. It's just saying like do your own thing. Okay, weird. Okay, let's do another tier list. Let's stop sharing screens for now, and we're gonna do one more tier list before I decide to go to bed. It's gonna be a nice and short one, and it is going to be a very spicy meatball. We're gonna do something interesting. I've been really, really tempted to do. Okay, this might be what I've been looking for. So I've been thinking about this for a darn while. This person says those darn Americans. Okay. Is this up to date? That's what I want to know. Oh shit, there's some weird names here that I don't know. Oh, this is pretty good. This is a nice and short one. We can bang this out. Okay. So, we are now doing a fast food tier list cuz that's exactly what I've become at this point. Um okay. So, we're doing a Canadian fast food tier list. That's what we're doing. We're just going to run right through it. We are just going to run right through it. We do not need an E. I always get rid of E because E is kind of the most superfluous one. You kind of get a good ratio of this. I'm a I'm a big fat bold. I'm a big sorry. Don't want to use the word fat. I'm a big bold beautiful man. Right. I'm a big bold beautiful man, and I eat food. I eat food. What a shock! I eat food. But I got some hot takes on some fast foods, is what I've got. So we got to run through these. We've got to go through these. Food is like a never debate because food is something that is so completely different depending on where you are. So we're going to start with an obvious one. Mickey D's is going straight to S tier. I mean, unfortunately, no, it's going to A tier. You know what? McDonald's is for people that it'll be a quick meal that'll hit the. I sorry. I was preemptive with my choosing of S tier because I went to S tier because I was like, well, they can't go wrong. They can easily go wrong. You can get a shitty McDonald's order, but for the most part, You eat McDonald's, you get what you get, and for the most part, you're never going to be more than satisfied with McDonald's meal. You might enjoy it, you might be enjoying it, but after you're done, you're not like, wow, that was a great meal. You're going to be like, okay, that was fine. That was McDonald's. So McDonald's is going to A tier. Again, they are pretty like open. You can pretty much get away with anything with McDonald's. That's where it's going. I just want to get McDonald's right out of the way. Arby's is an F. I hate Arby's so much. It gives me the shits all the time. Um, their food is just awful. I remember I would order from Arby's with my grandmother. We'd go through Arby's drive-through, and every single time, we only went through like 3 or 4 times, but every time that I went, I ordered a sandwich, I always had horrible shits. So Arby's is terrible. I don't even know how they're still in business, to be fair. It's been a while since I've had a sorry. It's been a while since I've had I keep wanting to say Harbies. It's been a while since I've had Arby's, so maybe it's good now. But back then, ooh, it was not good. Harvey's, on the other hand, I can't really speak on because don't think I've ever actually had it. So we are going to leave Harvey's right there. Ooh, good neck crack. I always thought that Harvey's was like just Arby's, but let me actually really quickly look up a Harvey's because I don't think I've ever actually seen what their food looks like. I swear to God, I've never had Harvey's before. Maybe I have. Oh, their food kind of looks good. Oh, I'm kind of mad that I've never had these. They look like good burgers. They got like ass burgers where their burgers they look like big butt. They look like a big butt. Their food looks okay. It kind of looks like a Canadian version of like White Castle or something. That might be just wrong, but I feel like it does kind of look very like White Castle. Not White Castle. It looks better than White Castle. This looks good. I want to try some Harveys. Maybe when I'm in Alberta next time because I don't think we have any Harveys here, but I've never had it. I'll say the food looks more appealing, but I can't rank it fairly. I need to keep it at F tier. Um, again, I should just have like a. You know what? Let's add another. Let's add another row. Oh, hold on. I need to add another row because I need to.